MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Cobras and the Greyhounds. Live baseball here on MLB Network, and it comes your way next. Charles Shockley gets the call for Game 1 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, you take a look at that ERA. That's a little bloated right now. This guy's a better pitcher than that, but he hasn't been real consistent. One good game, one bad game. I think what he needs to do, if he can string together 3 or 4 good quality games in a row, that ERA will start creeping back down. He definitely needs to start pitching a lot better than he has up to this point, and it'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around in this one.
Jonathan Adkins is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Guys, we take a look at the home 9 as they take the field tonight. They've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Yeah, Matty, I think the keys to winning today's game, let's focus on the offense. They have to hunt the fastball. They cannot miss it. You can't allow yourself to get deep in the count and have to deal with off-speed stuff exploding out of the zone. You get 1-0, 2-0, 3-1, what I like to refer to as count leverage. You have to find a way to move traffic with the heater.
Ready now, Buford Christian. He enters play hitting in the 260s for the year. First offering on its way. Here comes the 0-1. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. Well, the mercury has dipped under 50, 49 degrees here at first pitch. 1 out, nobody on. Weak grounder down the first baseline. Shockley is a guy that you'll notice attacks hitters with a high velocity slider. Not the old sweeper. He really fires it in there and snaps off big numbers. The 1-2. Slow little grounder left side. And the off balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
That is third. The third baseman, Taylor.
Striding into the box, Paul Taylor. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. And the pitch. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Working the plate is Carl Dixon.
Hey, D-Roll, one of the things you have to be aware of as a hitter from Carl Dixon, he'll call that high strike.
Yeah, he will. So you better be on top of your game with 2 strikes, because if they elevate, good chance Carl Dixon's punching your ticket.
2-0 now. And now pitch on the way. Big cut at the 2-0 slider, but he comes up empty. 2-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Count even at 2-2. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now.
He's a veteran out on that mound. He understands he has to establish that inside fastball to open up the outer half of the plate.
Now the payoff pitch home. Line towards center field. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. Some 2-out success to keep the top of the first alive.
Hey, there's a nice knock by the 3-hole hitter. I know there's 2 outs, but they always say with your man coming up, the number 4-hole monster, as soon as he steps in the batter's box, there's a runner in scoring position.
Into the box, Brad Benton, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. Ball and a strike. Taylor, the runner at first with 2 gone. Two and one.
2-1.
Here's a look over to first. Now the 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
You know, on a cold night like this, I think you're going to see him continue to elevate pitches and let these guys just fly out to the warning track.
Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. The 3-2 pitch. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Hit the other way out toward right field. Boudreau is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Jeff Kessler will be on the mound for the series opener. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, you can tell by this strikeout to walk ratio 2-to-1 that this guy is more a pitch to contact guy than a strikeout walk guy.
At the plate, Brian Mack. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Greyhounds, the center fielder, Brian Mack.
Here's the pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Guys, you take a look at our visiting club as they enter play here this evening. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Quick turnaround after a short little homestand, Matty. 4-2, though. They played well, taking 4 out of the 6 games they had to in front of the home crowd. They walk into this environment on the road today looking to set the tone for this road trip.
The 1-1. Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up, but this will land untouched. Another 1-2 delivery. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, 1 down. Set to get his evening at the plate started, Albert Montalvo. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Snatched out of midair at first base for out number 2.
Batting first, the first baseman, Dave Baggett.
Digging in, Dave Baggett. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Now here's the pitch.
It's pretty tough for a hitter to go up there looking for a first pitch changeup, and a good job of dropping it in for strike 1.
2 out, nobody on. Fastball laid off well below the knees. Well off the plate with the change of pace. That's ball 2. Two and 2 the count. Now here's the pitch.
If you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
And a good job there to lay off. It's ball 4 as he becomes their first base runner of the ball game now with 2 away.
Batting fourth, The catcher, Scott.
So coming to the plate, Scott Latner. And we'll see if they can make him pay for the 2-out walk. Always considered a big no-no, of course. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
1-0.
Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone. Latner is certainly known in part for power at the plate, in particular in these types of matchups against a left-hander on the mound.
Yeah, because he knows that lefty can't get inside on him. What a comforting feeling you know it is as a hitter when that pitcher has nowhere to go on the inner half of the plate.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
I got 2 on the count.
A runner on first with 2 away. And a fastball, but he's losing it a bit here to 3-1 now.
He's having a really hard time finding his rhythm and finding the strike zone. It's going to allow this offense to keyhole him in big situations. He's got to figure it out pretty quick.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
Some guys take a little time to find the zone, but with the second walk of the first inning, it might be a little more than just settling in here. Not sure how long of a leash they'll give him, but they're not going to let him walk the world out there.
Coming to the plate now, Robert Glass. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is.
Off the plate, ball 1.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Ball 2 now. 2 down, runners at first and second. 2-1.
2-1.
Three and 1.
Not a good spot to be in right now. Pitcher's falling behind in the count with a guy up that hits really well with runners in scoring position.
Three and 1. Here it is. And that misses. Ball 4. And he's going to need to settle down in a hurry now because he's in a peck of trouble.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news, a single probably drives in a couple of runs.
Into the box now, Jody Boudreau. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Hey, I know it's early and we're in the first right here, but he's going to have to work that heater to both sides of the plate. He cannot get away with missing over the heart of the plate all night.
Throw in time, so a good pitch there gets him out of the bases loaded jam. Second inning set to go, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Richard Wise.
Richard Wise.
First pitch of the at-bat. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. He's around first, heading for 2. And he's got himself a leadoff double to begin the second.
Wow, he almost blew that fastball by him, but he shows some quick hands to catch up to it and drive it down the opposite line. Didn't keep it fair by much, but he did, and that's a nice 2-bagger.
So now to the plate, Michael Wright. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. Still plenty to be desired in terms of batting average, down in the 180s entering play. 3 homers and 7 driven in. Up top, it's 2-0.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
A runner at second, nobody out. Three and 0 now.
Count 3-0.
That one's in there. 3-1.
Stealing that strike on 3-0 was important, but you don't want to miss over the heart of the plate in this situation. I got to believe he's going to be way more aggressive right here.
And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
Batting 7th, the second baseman, Jason.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Jason McIntosh. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Here comes the first pitch. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0.
Perfect time for a mound visit right here. Just give him a breather, a chance to collect himself and get back to work.
And it's a called strike to even the count at 1.
Ooh, that's a good pitch to take a hack at right there. Change up in the zone. He'd like to have that one back.
None out, runners at first and second. And he misses 2-1.
Boy, this hole he's digging on the mound is all his doing. If you can't throw strikes, you're not going to be out there very long.
The 2-1 on its way to 2-2 now. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. In the dirt here. Runners will hold tight, but it's a full count now, 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home. Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire, so it's ball 4.
Oh, man, that check swing was about as close as they get. Tough call for the umpire, but it goes the batter's way this time, and he draws the walk.
At the plate, Manny Minton, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. From the stretch.
When you're hitting in a situation like this, you have to find a way to slow your heart rate down. The pitcher's the one with all the pressure. You're looking to keyhole something middle of the plate and drive some runs in.
And he looks at a slider in there, 1-1.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
Here's the 1-1 pitch.
At the ball.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
Bases loaded here, nobody out. it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And a swing and a miss on a huge first out there as he sets him down swinging with the bases loaded.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Stepping in now, Jeff Kessler, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. And a golden opportunity here to give his guys the lead with 3 men aboard. And he lays off for ball 1.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Now the 1-1 pitch is laid off for ball 2.
Wow, that's 40 pitches for him already. This doesn't have the makings of a start that he's going to go very deep.
Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. 2-2.
Boy, I love the way he's competing out there on the mound right now. He's got a chance to rack back-to-back Ks with 2 runners in scoring position. He's not giving in at all.
And a strike 3 called. My gracious, what a pitch with the bases loaded, and there are 2 away now. Now to the plate, Jonathan Atkins. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful.
From the stretch.
Inside ball 1.
2-0 now.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
Pitch is piling up, 44, and he's not clear of the second yet. Over the outside half, and it's 2-1.
That's an impressive pitch right there. If you're willing to throw a changeup on 2-0, that tells me that's a pitch you feel really confident with.
Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball, 2-2.
Hey, this is a huge pitch right here. It would be demoralizing to watch this inning slip away.
2-2. Here it is.
Now on 3-2 as a pitcher, you've got to go with the pitch that you feel most comfortable throwing with.
Swing and a liner. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. In to score is the runner from first. It's a 3-0 game.
Bases loaded, and he was looking to drive them all in the second he stepped into the box. Puts a big swing on this thing, and the ball just gets down to the wall, allowing everyone to come around and score. He'll take a 3-run double every day of the week.
In now, Buford Christian on the ground up the middle. Fielded cleanly. And the off-balance throw is right there for the third out. And a high degree of difficulty on that one as the side is retired. So 3 runs on only 2 hits in the inning, no errors, and a runner left. On now to the bottom of the second. The Cobras lead it 3-0. Last half of the second set to go. And standing in is the veteran third baseman, Joey Barnhart. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
Love the early lead, but this game is far from over. Got to stay on top of what you're trying to do out there and execute pitches.
Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone. Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1. All even now. 2-2. Pitch on the way. Fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. Oh, right back to him on the mound. And he'll flip on to first to record the out.
Batting in, the left fielder, Billy Dubo.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Billy Dubose, and it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. First pitch coming, here it is. The windup and the 0-1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Atkins will wait on it, and that's out number 2.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, Charles Shockley.
Stepping up to the plate, Charles Shockley. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now the pitch. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes.
You have to be careful. You can't sleep on the bunt right here, even with 2 outs. They're playing him back, but this guy can handle the bat.
The 1-0 home. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Left fielder giving chase. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Nothing across here this half. We've played 2 full. Mississippi is on top here, 3-0. Top of the third set to get underway, and set to go is the third baseman, Paul Taylor.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Now the 1-0 is looked at for ball number 2. And he popped him up, and that's in there, base hit. So a leadoff single will be the start to their half of the third.
That can't bother you too bad, Dan, right there. Power guy at the plate, and you're able to get in his kitchen.
That's a tough one to swallow, right? These big, strong guys, they like to get their arms extended. That wasn't that bad of a pitch, but he's just so strong that he's able to muscle that into the outfield grass.
At the plate, Brad Benton. Ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. The 1-0 home. 1-1 to count. From the stretch. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Tough to take a pitch like that right there, especially in a 1-2 count. You almost get in that auto swing mode. Great job to work the count back to even.
Just hung in there on that one. The 2-2. Runner goes for second. Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. He's not going to get him as he swipes second. So they can't get to strike him out, throw him out, double play as there's a runner in scoring position now following the punch out. Stepping up now, Richard Wise. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, he jumped all over that first pitch last time up. Interested to see if he has the same approach this AB.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Looking at his career totals, Wise comes into action carrying a slugging line above 470. Obviously a potent hitter looking to do some damage right here. A dive, but he's back. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. As he arrives at second without a play, as a run will score on the play as well. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
At the plate now, Michael Wright, and it's fouled away. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
Well, tried to throw a high fastball right by him there. Didn't work, but now we'll see if that sets up some different options. Wouldn't be surprised to see a good slider down and away right here.
Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. A throw behind the runner at second, and he'll dive back in. A swing and a miss for out number 2, and a ball he had no chance of making contact with. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
To the plate now, Jason McIntosh, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
1 strike.
From the stretch. And he gives this a pretty good ride that time, but that's going to be up amongst the crowd. A foul ball. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. And the throw to first ends the inning. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. Bottom of the third coming up. The Cobras are out in front 4-0. Stepping into the box, Brian Mack. And they've got some work to do early on. Down 4-0 already.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on. But you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle. And one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Behind 0-2 now. Here's the pitch. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
That's a great job of holding up right there. You have 2 strikes on you. You're trying to protect the plate. It's difficult to not get super aggressive at the plate.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. Line shot to first, and there's one away.
Now back, second baseman, Albert Montalvo.
Into the box now, Albert Montalvo. Here's the pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Wise will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning.
The first baseman, number 33, Dave Baggett.
So striding in, Dave Baggett. He drew a walk his first time up. And now a pitch on the way.
1-0.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Inside, looked like the knuckle curve. It's 2-0.
They obviously circled him before the game that they were not going to let him beat them. Walked him this first time up, and now they're nibbling again.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had the green light here. Matter of fact, I know he's got the green light here. He's looking for something set or cut, and he's looking to do damage.
And he finally gets the knuckle curve over for strike 1. The 3-1. Swung on and missed. A full count now. Now the payoff pitch home. Inside with the fastball, and he works the base on ball.
They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
Ladner.
Settling in now, Scott Ladner, man at first after the 2-out walk. He's set, and the pitch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Good knuckle curve, and he's got him behind 0-2.
He's attacking this hitter a lot more aggressively than he did the first time when he faced him and issued a walk. Coming right after him here.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. Swing and a ground ball to third. And that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third.
had him on the ropes right there. Count leverage, 2 strikes against the batter. He's going to have to put that in the memory bank because that guy made a nice 2-strike approach right there. Made a nice 2-strike adjustment.
Into the box, Robert Glass. And this one gets away. So now 2 men in scoring position. The 1-0 home. Slow roller down the third baseline. And the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit, and the side is retired. New inning set to get underway. And coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Manny Minton.
Manny Minton.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Well, it's been a rough one so far. 4 runs through 3 innings. It's about time to get that pitch count down or he won't be out here very long.
The windup and the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Very high, 2-1. Now the pitch. And this one's low here, so the count swells to 3-1.
You can bet they love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
A shot down the first baseline. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Well, pitching poorly once like he did in his last start, it's going to happen here or there, but he's struggling here again too, and there has to be some concern. And part of it is probably psychological. He's got to get those here we go again thoughts out of his head.
So now to the plate, Jeff Kessler, as he'll lay off a slider too low, ball 1. 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. And he pulls back the bunt attempt, 2-0.
Might get the take sign here until he sees a strike. He's not known to be a very good hitting pitcher.
Now the 2-0 home. And he pops up the bunt attempt. Catch is made on the mound, and that's the first out.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jonathan.
Ready for another shot now. Jonathan Adkins, fresh off a bases clearing double his last time up.
And he's got to build off that last AB. He battled. Usually when you battle, you get in that swing mode. A lot of pitches, you'll swing at the rosin bag. I love the fact that he was able to work a double in last at bat. Let's see if we get more of the same right here.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Center fielder giving chase. He can't get there as it falls in. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with 1 away.
Hey, they weren't going to keep this guy down for long. That's the ebbs and flows of the baseball season. Bottom line is this guy has bat to ball skills. You knew he was going to get hot eventually.
Skipper out of the dugout, making the slow trek to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So as he leaves, I would imagine these fans would not be much pleased with his performance here this evening, as he certainly was not sharp. Lance Cashin answers the call from the pen here in the fourth, as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. In now, Buford Christian, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He pulls into third safely, as they also score a pair of runs on the play.
This is an easy decision for him to try for third, because he has the play right in front of him, so he doesn't have to rely on any of his base coaches. Good decision to keep chugging, and he makes it all the way around safely.
Into the box now, Paul Taylor, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. And he takes a pitch right down the middle.
Hey, there aren't too many power hitters in the game that would let that pitch go by.
Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Oh, I love that pitch right there. Up and in, jam, sandwich.
Grounded down the third baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you could tell these things and exploit them.
At the plate, Brad Benton, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Men on third with 2 down. Fastball called strike. 1-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Line to the right side. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. It's 7-0. Throw to second, but he's in there. As also on the play, a run comes across to score.
Well, if anybody was wondering why they're losing, there's the reason. When you're given a chance to make a big play, you've got to make it, or you're going to be on the wrong end of games more often than not.
At the plate now, Richard Wise, as he rips it on the ground to second. Reined in. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. So they pick up 3 runs on 4 hits, 1 error in the inning, and a runner left on. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. Mississippi is on top 7-0. Striding in, Jody Boudreau.
The right fielder, Jody Boudreau.
First delivery to him on the way.
Ball. Down.
Hey, with this big a lead, you have to just pound the zone and force this team to get aggressive in the box.
Now the 1-0 is taken, strike 1. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. The 1-1 is a breaking ball that misses off the plate. Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
3-2.
Full count.
And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. Once again, a 3-2. Takes this the other way to right. And that gets down and ought to be good for extra bases. Around first, digging for 2. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
When you heard the crack of the bat, you just knew that was going to get down for an extra base hit. Great way to start an inning, that's for sure.
Into the box, Joey Barnhart, as he swings and lifts it in the air out to left field. Wise is right there as he puts it away, no problem for the first down.
The left fielder, number 31, Billy Dubose.
Into the box, Billy Dubose comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First offering on its way. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul.
That's a ball.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Count 1-1.
Breaking ball called just a bit low. Runner at second here with 1 man out. 3-1. The 3-1. There's ball 4.
Now batting, the pitcher, Lance.
The pitcher, Lance Cashin, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here. Here comes the first pitch, and they do have him bunting with 1 away as he puts this one down. To second for 1, relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. Around the horn they go, 5-4-3 to end the threat. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on MLB Network after this. Ready once again, Michael Wright. He'll start things out as we begin the 5th.
Michael Wright.
First pitch coming, here it is. Skied in the air to straightaway left. DuBose is right there, and it's a very quick out number 1. It's a bullpen game for them now as we have a look at the starter's final line. Not the night he or his club were hoping for.
One of the tough things to do when you're trying to have a good pitching performance is keep the ball in the ballpark. He was filling up the strike zone, but he did allow 2 home runs.
Digging in once again, Jason McIntosh. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch outs will stick with you a little longer.
Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. There's a belt-high strike to even the count at 1-1. Hit on the ground out to short. Scooped up. Throw just in time as they get him by an eyelash. So with 7 runs allowed already, it's been another dismal outing from this pitching staff as you take a look there at the list of clubs with the highest team ERA. And as you see there, they find themselves 2 from the bottom, 13th place in the National League. Stepping in, Manny Minton. Here's the first pitch to him. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Minton enters the day with a slugging percentage in the 460s, a number he can be proud of. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Tries to change up on him there, but it's a ball. 2-1. And that's down into left center for a base hit. Running hard, he's digging for second. Now this rolls all the way to the wall, and he will pull into second with a 2-out double.
He got the pitch he wanted, and he didn't miss it right there. Hammer job.
Kessler.
Stepping in now, Jeff Kessler, as he'll take a look at his strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. No hits to this point. The 0-1. Two out here and a runner at second. 0-2 pitch is a curveball that misses 1-2.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
The 1-2.
Ball. I got to count.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher. And sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
Here's the 2-2. Hit down the third baseline, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. In the air now, out to left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Brian Bledsoe enters from the bullpen to do the pitching.
Brian Bledsoe.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Brian Mack.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
1 ball, no strikes to count. And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1. Chopper foul. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Swinging a blooper to the right side. And it was sinking on him a bit, but he's able to run it down anyway for the first out.
Now back, second baseman, Albert Montalvo.
Now at the plate, Albert Montalvo. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. First offering on its way.
Nope, that's the ball.
Here's the pitch.
Hey.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
A 1-1. Line drive to left. Wise is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
Boy, sometimes they say you hit it hard, good things will happen. Well, that's not the case right there. That was a bullet that just stayed up and is caught in the outfield.
Coming to the plate now, Dave Baggett. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Maybe a little jumpy there as he swings through the fastball.
Hey, not too often we see this hitter come outside his game plan, outside the zone, but that pitch was just so tempting.
2 out, nobody on. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Minton is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. So digging in now, Jonathan Atkins. He singled his last time up.
Jonathan Atkins.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. That's 1-0.
This right-handed pitcher, his bread and butter is that two-seamer, and he loves to throw it inside.
The 1-0.
Hey.
Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Left fielder giving chase. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Buford Christian.
Digging in and looking for more, Buford Christian, and he's looking to add on to his 2 RBI game from earlier. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Rolled slowly down the third baseline. But this is foul for the first strike. 1 out, nobody on. Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. Now here's the pitch. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And there's out number 2.
The third baseman, number 3, Paul Taylor.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Paul Taylor. First pitch of the at-bat.
1-0.
Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Well, that's another great hitting count here on 2-0. It's no wonder why they're up 7.
2-1 after the foul ball there. Out of play. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fastball, and it's strike 3 called. Oh, that looked inside, but instead it's the 3rd out of the inning. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Scott Ladner.
For Saturn, the catcher, Scott Ladner.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. And another foul ball. Here's another 1-2.
Well, I think that pitch is the result of a lot of foul balls. He might have tried to do a little bit too much with it, trying to get him to swing through it, but it just ended up taking off on him.
He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Really pulled that one across as the slider misses well inside.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his zone, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long epic at bats you start to get into swing mode.
He's set. Here's the 3-2, and that one misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
Digging in, Robert Glass. First offering on its way. I tried to hold back on that pitch outside, but went around for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch is laid off of down and in. Glass is just shy of 6 feet at 5'11", a right-handed batter and thrower. He's a 17-year big league vet, so I think you could say he's just about seen it all.
Yeah, and that's the name of the game with this guy. You don't hang around 13 years. I always say this, you show me a good teammate, I'll show you a guy who opens the door every day, and you know exactly what you're getting. The consistency this guy has had can't go unnoticed, and he's had an amazing career.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. Lifted into center field. Atkins will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first.
The right fielder, number 18, Jody Boudreau.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Jody Boudreau. First pitch coming. Here it is. Popped him up. Benton in foul ground. 2 down.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Digging in to try it again, Joey Barnhart. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Comes set with the 0-1. Fouled off. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Atkins is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. All set for the start of the inning, and next to bat will be the first baseman, Brad Benton.
Brad Benton.
Now here it comes.
Ball back outside.
Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0. Three and 0 now. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike 1. The 3-1. And a good take there, as they'll have a leadoff man aboard to start the 7th. It's ball 4.
And that's what you want from your leadoff hitter. Shows some great patience and discipline, making the pitcher labor to start the game. The result is a leadoff walk and a chance to make some early noise.
Now batting, Richard Wise. He's roped a couple of doubles in 3 trips to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Comes set and the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Nobody out, runner on first. Hit in the air out to left. DuBose has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1.
The catcher, number 4, Michael Wright.
Striding in once again, Michael Wright. First pitch on its way. Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And there's ball 2 now. Lifted down the line in left. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball.
He's going to be thinking about that pitch all night if he doesn't have a big game right here. Pulled his front shoulder and everything went with it.
Now a ball crushed high in the air, deep to left, way back there, and that one is long gone. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. 4th home run for him on the season as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
Certainly a home run worthy of show track, and we see here that ball was blasted off the bat at 116 miles an hour. The distance wasn't too shabby either.
Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Clyde Hicks is in out of the bullpen now as he'll be inserted into the number 6 spot following the double switch. Nick Seymour is into the ball game as well as he'll slide into the pitcher spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch.
Nick Seymour. Now batting, second baseman.
To the plate now, Jason McIntosh, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Ready with the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. Still only 1 out in the inning. And he fouls this one off. The next 1-2 pitch. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Count remains 2-2. A little late on this one as it's lifted the other way down the left field line. DuBose is there and he has it for the out.
The right fielder, number 18, Manny Minton.
Ready for another chance, Manny Minton. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he runs it in on him and gets him to swing through it for strike 1. high in the air out towards shallow right. Seymour is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired.
Ladies and gentlemen, please
But
join
two come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this
stretch.
two-run home run. Get up and stretch. Home half of the seventh coming up. The Cobras on top 9-0. Stepping in, Billy DuBose.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
0-1's the count.
Clearly off with his timing on that one. A swinging strike. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. The 0-1 delivery.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Real ugly 0-1 swing there. As a pitcher, you've got to be hunting for the strikeout, knowing you have this guy way off balance.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
He showed right there why having a good changeup is so valuable. 2-2, and he flips one up there that the bottom really falls out at the last minute. It's so hard to pick up, and it's even harder to make good contact with.
Into the box now, Nick Seymour, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. Seymour, a 6'1" right-handed swinger and thrower. He's a 15-year major league vet, so it's been quite the career for him. Here's the 0-1 pitch.
That's the ball.
Now it's swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Hey, he's got excellent stuff working right now. Somebody has to make an adjustment. You're seeing a lot of late swings. No one's getting the front foot down. No one's getting the barrel to the baseball.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Fouled away. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And this is fouled into the seats over from first. The 2-2 one more time.
Full count. 3-2.
You can certainly tell at bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher, but you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
And it's fouled away. Payoff pitch one more time. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Around first, he's digging for second. Arms pumping, he's hustling for third. And he's in there at third with a one-out triple.
Well, we've been waiting for an opportunity like this since the game started. 1 out, and our first run is 90 feet away. The challenge now is to get him home.
At the plate, Brian Mack, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. He's set. Here's the 0-1.
Ball. I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
A man at third with one away. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Here now the 2-2. Hot shot to third. And a sliding try there at third, but it skips by him, a base hit. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. It's now a 9-1 contest.
That's just your classic ribby knock right there, Dan. He's able to turn on the pitch he wanted right there and drive it into the outfield.
Good job getting the barrel to the ball right there, able to get that one through and picks up an RBI. Hard hit and a well-deserved run batted in.
In now, Albert Montalvo, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He could really use a knock here, 0 for 3 in the game so far. The 1-0 home. Line toward right center, and that'll get down for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
I know the score's out of hand right here, but I've never met a big league ball player that's going to give away an at-bat in any game ever. Nice piece of hitting right there, staying within yourself and grabbing you a knock.
Jeremy Kilpatrick will come on to pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup on the double switch here. Sean McKee will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch.
Number 19, Sean McKee.
Standing in now, Dave Baggett, as he can't catch up on a fastball at the letters, and it's strike 1. A couple of walks for him thus far. Sets the target low here, and it misses 1-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. And he lays off this one down and in for ball 2.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball in play hard.
Softly hit here to the left side, but gloved by the third baseman for the out.
Now batting, catcher, Scott Ladner.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Scott Ladner. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. First offering on its way. Strike taken as that one catches the outer part of the plate. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. The 1-1 home.
Hey, time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
2 men are on with 2 men out. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
You know, from a hitter's perspective, you get pounded in, and then he throws a nasty changeup away. Is the mindset to tell yourself that he's going to go in and out all day long, or is he going to double up? That's the cat and mouse we're seeing right now.
And he lays off, so it's full now, 3-2. Now the payoff pitch on. Fouled off. Got him. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. 8th inning coming up. Mississippi is out in front, 9-1. Digging in now, Sean McKee, and he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. And he fouls this one off. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now.
And when you're already down by a bunch, this is where a guy's got to take some responsibility out there and at least start throwing some strikes.
Set. Here's the 3-1.
Count this ball.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. The next 3-2. Again, he sends it out of play. He'll try it again. 3-2. And a good take there will net him a base runner as it's ball 4 now to start the 8th inning.
Well, when you go with a slider there in a full count, you're hoping that the hitter is thinking fastball and swings through it. Didn't work out that way, though. He lays off and gets the free pass.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Jonathan Adkins. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest. First pitch of the at-bat.
Hey! 0-1's the count.
Here comes the 0-1. Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up in there. A base hit.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah, he usually hits rockets and catches the barrel, but even his soft liners fall. Dan, he has a knack for keeping his bat in his zone and giving himself a chance much longer than the average ball player.
So now to the plate, Buford Christian. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. First and second here with nobody out. And he misses there. 1-2. And this is swung on and missed, and boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away.
Well, we'll see a lot of these power arms coming out of the bullpen in these days, but it doesn't make it any less impressive to me. I love watching guys come in and blow smoke right by guys.
At the plate now, Paul Taylor. He swings and grounds it to short. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly.
And this was set up perfectly for him to start the double play. He's in ideal position, and then I think he got a little bit ahead of himself. You know that old saying, be quick but don't hurry? Well, I think that was demonstrated right here.
Now at the plate, Brad Benton. From the stretch. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
So important getting ahead with the bases loaded. Already a difficult situation, so you don't want to make it any harder by falling behind in the count.
The 0-1 pitch. Ball one. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Bases are loaded with only one out. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Props to the hitter right there for laying off with a guy on third. You want to be aggressive, but you have to get a pitch you can drive.
The 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Fouled away.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
Payoff pitch one more time. Skied into straightaway right. Catch is made. Runner tagging from third. And he will score on the sacrifice fly.
Now batting, left field.
That's a spot right there as a pitcher where you'll trade an out for a run anytime. Bases loaded and only 1 run scores on the sacrifice fly.
Stepping into the box, Richard Wise, and their runners at the corners now. First delivery to him on the way. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And a fastball runs a bit inside. He's down 2-0.
Hey, you want to talk about being in the zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
The count now at 2-1. From the stretch. And ooh, that strike zone's getting a little inconsistent now. It's 2-2. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3. Michael Wright would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Coming up now on 30 pitches in the inning. And that's into the corner, a foul ball in right. A payoff pitch one more time, and it's fouled away. Back up the middle. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired. So 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and a couple of men left. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Cobras are out on top 10-1. Standing in, Robert Glass. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far.
Robert Glass.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Popped up. Taylor has a play. Makes the play, 1 away.
Now batting, number 49.
Scooter Shannon will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning. And he'll lay off a fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Outside with the cut fastball there, and it's a 2-ball count. Too high, and it's 3-0. And the pitch. Ripped down the line. Foul. One out, nobody on. Fouled off. Now the payoff pitch home. A bouncer to the left side. Throw too late to get him at first. Not a thing of beauty, but it's an infield single nonetheless.
Hey, that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute from step one, but I have to ask you, Dan, how frustrating executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, D-Roy, and you can read that right off the bat as a pitcher. You can read the angle. You know that that ball is going to be hit on the ground, and you're thinking deep down inside, okay, there's a quick out, and it just wasn't meant to be.
Into the box now, Joey Barnhart. No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside.
Love the high heater right there to raise the hitter's sights. Let's see if he buries something in the dirt right here.
And he fouls this one off. Runners on first with 1 down. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. But he will haul this in on the run as he had to go back to the warning track to do it, and there are 2 away. So a nice running catch on display that time as we get a look at it again with Show Track. He took a nice route, covered a good amount of ground, 100 feet to be exact, to bring that one in. Well done. Standing in, Billy DuBose. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Off the plate, ball 1. Nope. That's inside.
2 out with the man at first. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Nick Seymour would be next. .30 pitch. Finds the zone, strike 1. Not definitely a fastball swing there, but a good time for the changeup. It's full 3-2.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
And the payoff pitch. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. Throw comes in quickly from left, so even on the hit and run, they'll hold things to first and second here. Not every day that you see a ball come off the bat like that one did, and looking at it again on Show Track, we see it a lot faster than it came in. 113 miles an hour. Couldn't have hit that one much better than that. Stepping in now, Nick Seymour. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. fouled away. Here's the 1-1. And it's fouled away. 2 down, runners at first and second. Another one sent foul. Another foul ball, and this battle will continue. Now another 1-2. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
I can't blame him one bit out on the mound. I'm shocked he didn't pick up the rosin bag and see if he could get a foul ball on that one. He had to see if he would swing way outside the zone.
And this one's in the dirt. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Fouled off. Popped up. McIntosh trying to get there, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. And he's out. Beautiful throw home to cut down the run. Lester Roper comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Into the box, Michael Wright. Ninth inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Skied in the air to straightaway left. DuBose is there. One quick out to start inning number 9.
Now batting, second baseman, Jason McIntosh.
So striding forward now, Jason McIntosh. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
That's a ball. Ball 1, no strike.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch.
Ball. Down.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. In there, 2-1. Now the pitch. Down the third baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. The pitch. And a swing and a miss here, and the first 2 are dispatched to begin the 9th.
Hey, I'm not sure what he was sitting on right there. He might have been sitting on an off-speed pitch, but instead he gets the fastball way late. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
At the plate, Jeremy Kilpatrick. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Fastball well outside. And it's 1-2.
I think it's about time to choke up on that bat and get that foot down. He's awfully tardy right now.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And there's strike 3. So we'll see now if they can manage to hold on to this huge lead as the side is retired. Digging in, the switch hitter, Brian Mack, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
First pitch on its way.
Hey.
0-1. Here's the pitch. Got him to go after that one, and he's in a quick hold. 0-2.
Classic case of the front shoulder flying open on that off speed. Needs to stay compact and stay in the big part of the field.
1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Misses. Ball 2.
He started this guy backwards, couple of off-speed pitches early, followed by back-to-back heaters. He can go either way he wants to go right now.
Still even at 2-2. And the pitch. And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now. Albert Montalvo waits on deck. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And could this be the start? It's a long way back, but the leadoff man is on base to start their final set of at-bats.
He's really struggled with his command in this game, no doubt about it. But to make things worse, he just lost one of the fastest guys in the ballpark.
Now at the plate, Albert Montalvo. He's 1 for 4 for the game. First offering on its way. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone.
This is a tough guy to turn 2 on. It's got to be hit hard, and if you're an infielder, you've got to catch it and get rid of it quickly.
The 1-0. Misses. Ball 2.
This is why I love having athleticism and speed on your team. You can tell the runner on first base is certainly messing with the mechanics of the pitcher.
Line drive to center field. Oh, and he can't come up with it.
Well, D-Roll, there's another base hit, making it first and second. They're piling up the hits on the day, but so far not many runs to show for it.
Yeah, definitely a few knocks in the cupboard makes you feel good and the batting average goes up, but that doesn't help you win ball games. Somebody has got to come up with a nice AB with runners in scoring position.
Michael Jordan comes on now in an awfully difficult situation as there are 2 on here with nobody out. In now, Dave Baggett, and he fouls this one off. Jordan, originally from Mississippi. He's a veteran of 13 years at the major league level, which really points to the consistency he's shown since he first broke in.
Yeah, Matty, you ain't kidding right there. 10 years, we refer to that in the biz as hitting full pension.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. None out, runners at first and second. fouled away. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
It's been a really rough day for this lineup. There's really no other way to say it. Not a lot of good scoring opportunities, and when they've had them, like right now, it's just been an uphill battle for them to make anything positive happen.
So now to the plate, Scott Ladner, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. A hit and 2 tries for him so far.
Nope.
1-1.
If you're going to have success against some of the better hitters in the game, you got to get that pitch right there. 0-2, he's almost certainly out. 1-1, he's got a chance to really do some damage.
First and second now, 1 man out. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2. The 2-1 home is laid off of for ball number 3.
There isn't a hitter alive that doesn't love hitting in fastball counts like 3-1. It's usually a pretty fruitful count in terms of getting a pitch to drive.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Oh, and a huge strikeout there as he certainly does his job out of the pen. And we'll see how they go after the next guy here.
It's never a good look to strike out looking, but it's way worse when you do it with a guy in scoring position. Those are the times you really want to see a guy battle and at least put the ball in play.
Standing in now, Robert Glass. As a good changeup will get him to commit too early, and it's strike 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. The 0-1. Hit back up the middle. And that is through into center field, a base hit. And the runner from second is in to score.
Dan, you find yourself in trouble early putting guys on base, but then you're able to wiggle out of it, get 2 quick outs. You think you're going to get your team off the field, and with 2 outs, you give up a run-scoring base hit.
You know what happens sometimes, Dero? You lose concentration. You find yourself in a tough spot. You get 2 outs. You think you're just almost out of it, and you lose concentration, and that might have been what happened in that case.
And, looked inside, but that's ruled as strike, 0-1. In his career, Diaz is carrying a slugging percentage under .350. Needless to say, he's not a big extra base hitter home run guy right here. From the belt, kicks and deals. Two men are on with 2 men out.